Hey guys, it's me, Chaos, back with another video, but today I'm going to do things a bit different. I'm going to be explaining the lore behind my EXE character, Veldo. Yep, you heard me correct, so let's begin with it. Veldo is an 11-year-old boy that has his friends, Tom, Dale, Shade, and Billy. His girlfriend, mainly that he most likely cares about, Sid. But this happy ending of these guys didn't go long. As for it's going to go down terribly. As Veldo was just sitting around hanging out with his friends, he instantly hears his mom yelling. As Veldo checked on his mom, Veldo sees nothing there. He doesn't even see his mom anywhere. As Veldo looks to the ground, he sees a Sonic game around with salt on the ground that made a shape of a star. This is not the demon sign, just a regular star. I'm not trying to do a demon thing, okay? So, yeah. As Veldo looks at the game, something instantly just pulls Veldo into a portal. As Veldo passes out instantly before he can know where he's even going, he wakes up to only see someone by him, telling him to listen to his notes and listen to what he's about to say. Something important may happen to his friends and him, something that might tear them apart, something that goes by the name of stars. Stars will instantly, as you look up above the stars, you can't look at them or else they'll corrupt you and corrupt anything near you. Veldo instantly listens to this, but then Veldo wakes up back in his kitchen to see his friends gather around him worried. As Veldo gets up and basically looks at the sky, Veldo has a hint of sadness on his face. As Tom, Sid, Dale, Billy, and Shade looks at him, Veldo instantly says, "Guys, I need to tell you something." As they all listen to Veldo, Veldo explained about what he just dreamed about. As his friends looked shocked besides Tom did something nerdy and stupid. Tom went ahead and said something like this. Actually, it's not possible to get corrupted by stars because that's false information, blah, blah, blah. As Veldo instantly believes Tom and says, that is right. They waited till nighttime. As Veldo went stargazing, and basically at this time his friends were home. As Veldo sat on a mountain and looked at the stars. This instantly affected Veldo, leaving Veldo corrupting. As Veldo looks at the stars, something instantly pushes him off the mountain, leaving him to break his head open. But his head wasn't really completely cracked, just like a little cracked on it for some reason. As Veldo opened his eyes, he's back in that black place, with the same person telling him about the stuff about the stars. As the person looks at Veldo, it appears that it was just a little girl. As Veldo looks at the little girl, she instantly started to just turn into a monster. As Veldo watches her transform, she says this, "I told you not to do it. And now here we go." As Veldo tries to escape and try to wake up, it was too late. The girl instantly grabs Veldo by his face and instantly tries to tear it off, until Veldo wakes up on his bed. His bed sheets were covered in blood from how much he was bleeding. As Veldo looks around to see nothing, Veldo even started to walk around the town, but sees no one out of their house. He started to go insane by this, because nothing or nobody was there. No animals, no people, just Veldo all alone. As Veldo looks up, he sees a black sky. Everything started to turn black, and the same creature that was trying to attack him was there. As the little girl was back to her regular form, she now gave Veldo more instructions. As she says these words, saying, "Listen to my notes and don't get distracted. All you need to do is do these things. First, don't get startled by anything. They can tell that by you being a scary cat that you will be an easy target. If anyone tries to attack you or kill you, kill them, no matter what the situation is, no matter who is there. And the most important rule of them all, go insane." As Veldo looks around him to see Tom, Dale, Sid, and his other friends standing around him. For some reason, they were mad, and basically, they started to try to attack Veldo. As Veldo blocked every punch that they'd throw, Veldo instantly got pushed off of a street or something. And he made it into water. As Veldo wakes up again in the same bed, but this time he was still wet, but it was just a dream. Veldo says, "How can this be possible?" As Veldo walks out to this town, he instantly sees Sid talking to another guy. And he instantly hears Sid saying, "You can't tell no one that I'm cheating on him." Veldo then instantly snaps. Veldo grabs the boy that Sid was talking to and instantly throws him to the tree. Veldo then started fighting the boy. The boy started throwing punches at Veldo real bad, with Sid cheering at the boy instead of Veldo. As Veldo looks at Sid saying, "How could you do this to me? After everything we've been through." Sid instantly gets a mad face and looks at Veldo saying, "Oh, it's not like this boy cares more about me." As Veldo instantly turns mad and says, "I care about you. I gave you every single thing I have. I gave you love. I gave you pain. I gave you everything I could do." As Sid looks down to her hands and instantly regretting what she did, Veldo then got punched by the boy. As Veldo started to go insane, Veldo instantly grabs the boy's arm and then kicks his stomach, and Veldo pulls the boy's arm off, instantly slapping the boy with his own hand. As Veldo then grabs the boy's face while the boy is screaming in pain and agony, Veldo instantly tears off the boy's face. As Sid looks at Veldo so bad with scary eyes and a scary expression, with Veldo smiling insanely with blood all over his hands and just blood all over his shirt, Sid looks at Veldo, disgusted, saying, "What have you done?" Veldo instantly turns mad and looks at Sid, saying, "Sid, didn't you say that everything was okay? You said that this wouldn't happen, right? You said none of this will happen, but it did. It all did, and it's just a stupid thing. Just lying behind my back the whole time. You think that's going to save us all and keep everything the way it is? Sid looks at Veldo, sad. She says, I'm sorry. I really am. But before she can even finish her lines, Veldo instantly tears off her stomach and it instantly started jumping on her head. As then Veldo hears Tom, and that's his next victim. As Veldo started to kill almost every one of his friends by ripping their intestines out and eating them, ripping their heart out, and just doing most gruesome things. Veldo instantly regrets it and just leaving him all alone, despaired and just all alone. As Veldo looks around, he sees the corpse of his friends chasing him around and just instantly trying to kill him. As Veldo did got killed, but also Veldo was trapped with his friends in a Sonic game, instantly being the main antagonist of it. The game was called Sonic Stars Edition, and he's torturing everyone. That's it for Veldo, pretty much. Veldo has a few games that he is being in. Those games being My Game, Unforgettable Secrets, DU, which is made by Macezilla, and also Outcome Nightmares, which is made by Ed Nardo. So, here is some fun facts about Veldo, and maybe this video will probably get demonetized because I'm literally like a kid telling like gruesome stuff. But anyways, here's some fun facts about Veldo. Number 1, Veldo, his favorite food to eat is basically Veldo's favorite food to eat is ramen. Yep, you heard me correct. Ramen. And what kind of ramen, you might be asking? Bulldog noodles for some reason. Veldo loves bulldog noodles. Veldo loves anything that relates with spicy foods. Another fun fact about Veldo is basically before he even started having a new form and having a new design and having a new story, he instantly just had a cringe design, and basically he was just El Pendrive at the time before I changed up his design, and that's how he looks to this day. Another fun fact about Veldo is basically Veldo and Sonic.Files are friends, but just not canonly. But they are best buddies. Another fun fact about Veldo is Terry or aka Velk. Veldo and Terry and Velk are enemies, if you didn't know. One more fun fact about Veldo is Veldo is actually able to turn into different forms. Basically, Veldo is able to see the future and basically turn into different forms. Those forms being Veldo turning into his friends, Veldo turning into his parents to trick other people, and also, just basically stuff like that. That's one last fun fact. Also, another thing about Veldo is, in Unforgettable Secrets, Veldo friends in the game will be Sonic.Files, Mason the Hedgehog, Macezilla, Micah, and Shane, Needlehog, Nick, also Veldo's other friends being Needle Mouse, 5'4" Coded, sorry if I said her name wrong, Terry, and also basically 2011X, Lord X, Faker, and 2017X. Veldo's enemies in Unforgettable Secrets being kind of Terry too, Centenos, El Pendrive, But El Pendrive will be a monster. It's just like, I'm not going to give him a bliss of feast stuff. Another thing about Veldo is, Veldo does have a beast form and other forms. He just doesn't really use all forms. So basically, Veldo has a super form, a hyper form, and even a freaking beast form. You guys seen Veldo's beast form before, but Veldo doesn't use his super form or hyper form. But he does have those. One more thing about Veldo is basically Veldo's upcoming series will involve his human form mostly, but also mostly his Sonic the Hedgehog form. And I am looking for people to help with this project. So if you guys would like to do voice acting, animating, maybe, then comment on one of my videos or comment on my post saying, I want to do this. And then post the animation that you have. And then, like, once I'll download the animation, then delete the animation off of YouTube. And then it will be in, like, an episode or something. And then post the voice acting, too. I will have scripts for those who wants to voice act. Now, end of that, we're going to be talking about more things about Veldo. Yep. Did you know that Veldo actually likes Mario? Veldo's favorite game is Super Mario Bros. And his second favorite game is Sonic the Hedgehog. Veldo really loves Mario Bros. For some reason. Another fun fact about Veldo is Veldo does meet Mazezilla in an alternate universe. It's just like Veldo doesn't kill Mazezilla. Yeah. Another fun fact about Veldo is that Mazezilla one is not canon though. I don't know if it is. But yeah. Another fun fact about Veldo is his original story was he was going to be like on a VR game, and he was corrupt in that VR game. Another fun fact about Veldo, his original old design was basically supposed to be a blend Sonic design with just regular Sonic and bloody eyes. And basically with just bloody hands and just a V carved into his stomach. Another fun fact about Veldo is his original name was going to be called something like this. Zeldia or something, or Velda, yeah. Or his an older name, because those names didn't make it because it didn't make sense. Another name that Veldo used to have was David, until I changed his name to Veldo. Another fun fact about Veldo is it's canon, guys. It's canon. Veldo has a little brother. Yep, I'm not even lying. Veldo has a little brother now. Yep. He'll be shown later on in Veldo's show. But yeah. Another fun fact about Veldo is Veldo is involved in a group called the Creep Killers, which I made a post about and made drawings of it. Only 2 posts about it, but most likely this group will most likely end due to basically Terry's OC Velk being not the main character of his channel anymore, and most likely because it's not really canon to the characters. Another fun fact about Veldo, and this is the last one, I promise, guys, is basically Veldo takes the form of different characters. Those characters being Mickey Mouse, SpongeBob, Shadow, Mighty, Mario, Gumball, and yeah, so and so on, like something like that. He can even take the forms of his friends, being Tom, Dale, including Mason the Hedgehog, Mazezilla, and other people. He can basically disguise himself in these forms. Well, that's it for now, guys.